room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat in overdrive. Chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. Smell the sweat, hear the roar, feel the pain. Tagging folks in, dialogue insane. Matt's on the mat, Vince's vendetta. Analyze the best moves, no meta. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, breaking tonight. Heel turns crazy, face gains momentum. Captured every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, breaking tonight. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, breaking tonight. Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat in overdrive. Yeah, chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. No holds unbound. Smell the sweat, hear the roar, feel the pain. Tagging folks in, dialogue insane. Matt's on the mat, Vince's vendetta. Analyze the best moves, no meta. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, breaking tonight. Heel turns crazy, face gains momentum. Catch it every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercation. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat in overdrive. Yeah, chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. No holds unbound. Got it.
Take it over, Wes. You can't really, you know, I'm with the right.
Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat in overdrive. Chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. Smell the sweat, hear the roar, feel the pain. Tagging folks in, dialogue insane. Matt's on the mat, Vince's vendetta. Analyze the best moves, no meta. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, breaking tonight. Heel turns crazy, face gains momentum. Captured every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break into night.
What is going on? It is the Grunmeister. It is Friday night. You know what that means. It is time for the Smackdown preview review show in Grun's room. And we're going to skip the whole naming every show because holy hell, we have got a lot of WWE going on this weekend. And it starts tonight with Smackdown. And if you haven't noticed, Smackdown is back to 2 hours. My guess, it has nothing to do with WWE thinking SmackDown can't handle 3 hours. I think it's USA. I think they want Resident Alien on at 10 rather than 11. So, I mean, well, the Netflix deal seems to be going well. So, sooner or later, SmackDown will probably be moving to Netflix, which we are going to love. Probably won't get 3 hours, probably get 2.5 hours just like Raw. But hey, it's something. It's better. So, guys, tune in to everything on IYH on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, uh, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Tune in, follow us, listen to all the content because we have got an amazing team busting our butt, doing everything we can to become the number one pro wrestling podcast in the world. Well, we are coming for everybody at the top. They've set the bar high. We are up to the challenge. Now, let's quickly get into SmackDown. Now, SmackDown's opened up with Cody and Randy thanking, basically going, you know what, Drew McIntyre, who showed up, that made his return last week. He made it very clear how Cody and Randy were acting. You hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you. No, you. No, you. Drew McIntyre came back as an alpha male, sort of, claiming to be an alpha male, calling Randy and Cody betas. It does this. This just felt like very much the Drew McIntyre we love, and or at least I love. I love this trolling, stir the pot. Drew McIntyre. What is up? The voice Joshua Justice. You got to tune in whenever Josh is talking because he's not talking ECW crazy stuff, or he is telling us all about Monday Night Raw as he hosts the Raw review with myself and Kevin Calloway. That's Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be sure you tune into those. SmackDown. Randy Orton was claimed by Drew McIntyre to be going soft. And because Randy hesitated at Night of Champions, and for Drew's trouble, he got an RKO. So Randy didn't hesitate there. That would lead to what would be one of the matches tomorrow night at Saturday night's main event, being Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I'm sorry, but Randy's got to take the L. Drew has to win. He's back. He's got to start picking up some wins. You know what? It's made sense. He's been able to keep himself relevant and interesting with losses, but now it is time for Drew to start picking up some wins because we definitely need to get Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Oh, okay, Josh, why you bashing Drew like so hard like that? Josh here is saying Drew smells like Cheez-Its. Dude, why you bashing him? Because you're making it sound like he sounds plain, bland, boring. How dare you? Okay? No, okay? Like, just come on. This is Drew McIntyre. This guy is very good at his job and very good at what he does. I'd say give him some time. This isn't a wide six situation, okay? Because we know Drew is going to do everything in his power to make sure that he's on TV. Oh my god, Drew is boring Zoidberg. Damn. Dude, a Futurama reference? That's yeah, Zoidberg's Futurama. Man, I mean, look, Zoidberg was pretty boring as a character, but come on, that's not Drew. Okay, just look. I know I've been trying to convince you with the wide six, and I'm not gonna argue with you on how don't maybe not give Wyatt Six a chance, okay? Because they have not done well with separating them from Bray Wyatt. Because unfortunately, because I do have to agree, they still very much feel like a memorial group, which I hope they're not going to be. They said they're not going to be that, and yet it's still what we see. Maybe it's a wait and see. We got a plan. Just go along with it. Nick Aldis had a plan for Charlotte Flair because Charlotte Flair, guess what she's mad about? She doesn't have a title match at Evolution or a match at all. So she wants a title match. But Nick Aldis beat her to the punch. Nick Aldis said, I've got an opportunity for you. We are going to give you a chance to get some tag team gold. All you got to do is team up with this woman, and if you two win this triple threat match, you will be in the women's tag team title fatal four-way match. And Josh is still going on. How many times do we need to give Drew a chance? Blood feud, anger promos, then nothing. I'm not saying you're wrong in that, but but just please, Josh, I'm telling you, okay, we're going to get more. This is because that wasn't a blood feud, a promo. That was just Drew talking smack on Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, and very well, might I add. But Nick Aldis would tell Charlotte Flair, well, not so much tell as Alexa Bliss would just appear in the shot. And look, I am a huge Alexa Bliss fan, and I hate Charlotte Flair. I don't want this to happen, and it's not because Alexa Bliss, you turn no, it's business. Do what you got to do to get on TV, right? I did not see the vision of this. Josh here, he absolutely sees the vision of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair as tag team champions. And you know what? Like WWE overall, since Triple H has taken charge, has everything been a home run? No, no, it hasn't. Like we have to admit that. We have to accept that. But it's been a lot of fun moments. It's been a lot of good stories, some great stories, and a lot of great moments. And it's like I said. So look, I'll go along with the ride. Right, Alexa Bliss again telling Charlotte Flair, "I'm not interested in being your friend. I want tag team gold." Charlotte also being pointed out by Alexa Bliss that she hasn't been in the spotlight for a very long time. No matter how much Charlotte wants to say the spotlight is hers, it's like, Charlotte, what have you done to earn a spotlight? You spent a lot of time injured, and then when you did come back, you had controversies surrounding you that didn't help you at all. Oh, but they will go on to fight in a triple threat tag team match against the Secret Service, Piper Niven, Alba Fire, and Beef Abomination. And this was a very bad match. It was not good at all. And the crowd sucked. Either for this match or the entire show, the crowd, it just, I don't know. Like this match, they absolutely were not into it. They only popped a little bit for Alexa Bliss tag in. Charlotte Flair tapped Alexa Bliss on the head. Charlotte was legal. Alexa wasn't. She was in their corner, and Charlotte was basically trying to humiliate Alexa by tapping her on the head. Hit a moonsault on I can't remember who. I don't. And the match was so bad. I don't want to name who it was because God, the match was not. It was not good. It was not at all. But because Charlotte tapped Alexa Bliss on the head, Alexa Bliss became the legal woman of their team. Alexa Bliss would then hit Sister Abigail and pick up the win for their team, which would put them in the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match at Evolution. So we're gonna see a strange bedfellows tag team, basically. Probably, hopefully. Josh, you don't need to keep reminding us you don't like Alexa Bliss. You don't like Charlotte Flair. We get it. We get it. And yet you're the one who's trying to convince me that this is gonna work. Okay? So I mean so just watch what you say, dude. Okay? I'm not saying you're a Alexa Bliss fan, but clearly you see that there is something there. And honestly, there is something with all these other four people, or sorry, eight people. It was a huge 8-man tag team match. It was Montez Ford teaming up with Johnny Gargano, teaming up with Berto, teaming up with Chris Sabin to take on the Wyatt Six Men. And it was an all right match. It was pretty good. Johnny Gargano had a fun spot with Dexter Loomis playing off of how he wait, you see nothing? You were the one saying that you saw the vision. Was it you or was that I was certain that was you. I said you see the vision of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I might be getting mixed up with something. Um, but the tag team match was all right. Um, Again, fun spot between Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis playing off how they used to be friends in NXT. But other than that, like pretty standard 8-man tag team match, a bit chaotic, and yeah. See, Josh, you're just showing how young I am. Uh, it's a reference to a old show move on Peter Piper. Okay, yeah. Born in 90. I was born in 93, so uh probably did not even know, probably would not even know what that is. But like I said, standard 8-man tag, a little bit chaotic. Nikki Cross got involved. I'll try to help the team win, and thankfully it was Chris Sabin that ate. Yeah. Josh tends to forget I'm a young PP head. I mean, look, Josh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I am young compared to you guys, you dinosaurs. Thankfully, it was Chris Sabin that took the pin instead of Berto or Ford. Like, really, I think as long as it wasn't Berto or Montez Ford, it would have been fine because Berto is one half of the AAA Tag Team Champions with Garza. Sorry, not Gar. It's Berto and Angelo. Well, I can't remember the guy's name. Damn, that's bad. But they're AAA Tag Team Champions, and even though I forgot the other guy's name, I swear they seem to be coming on the up and up, especially since WWE is showing them holding the AAA Tag Team titles backstage, and I think they carry them down to the ring. I don't think have they. They may have had a match since then. I would hope that they would let them bring the titles down to the ring. That would mean something. What else means something, or at least WWE trying to tell us it means something, is Stephanie Stratton selected her opponent for Evolution, where she will defend her WWE Women's Championship against WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. And Jay Cargill was there to say, "I'm going to win. Doesn't matter who it is." It is like, great job, Jade. You really nail those basic promos. Great. We have no faith in you, Jade. Or at least I don't. I've lost faith. You need more training. It is what it is. Okay. Like, I thought you and Bianca were good together, but Jade, you need a lot more training. You're not ready for this. You are not. Who is ready to become a tag team and tag team champions is Andrade and Rey Fenix as they defeat Fraxium in a very fun match. Andrade and Rey Fenix, I very much can see them being the ones to defeat Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Angel. I think that's Angel. Yeah, Angel. That's who I was thinking. Um, Andrade and Ray Phoenix. Like, I'm thinking that Wyatt Six are going to win the tag team title before Andrade and Ray Phoenix do. So that's probably going to be That's probably going to be the angle. Andrade and Ray Phoenix become the challengers to defeat the Wyatt Six. However, by that point, I do wonder. I do wonder if by that point is Penta aligned with them officially. So technically, we have the Lucha Brothers back together. Hopefully, that's gonna be really fun whenever that does happen. Next we had. Can you guess what happened? What match is this, chat? It was another tag team match. That is four. Four tag team matches. Four tag team matches so far on the show. I wonder, is that all of them? Yes, thankfully it is. Unfortunately, that's also the entire show. It was four tag team matches. But also, I think, correct, I might be wrong in this, but I think this show, there was a pre taped show before SmackDown for something. And so the crowd supposedly was not really into it. I might be getting my weeks mixed up. But the final tag team match of the night was Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso teaming up to take on Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo after earlier in the night Solo Sikoa introduced officially the newest member of his family, which seems to be what they're going to be called now, the family. It is Tala Tonga, formerly known as Hikaleo, from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's been under contract with WWE a little over a year. And I guess they were just training him, getting him used to the WWE style. So far, like in his debut scene, attacking who the hell was it? Attacking Jacob Fatu and whoever else was trying to make sure Jacob Fatu retained his title. Talatanga looked good. And Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso would be able to pick up the win. However, they would be the ones to be left hanging as Solo Sikoa, JC Mateo, Tangaloa and Talatanga came together to beat down Jimmy and Jacob. They are down 3-4, and they got Tamatanga waiting in the rings to return. And so Jay Uso is likely going to be teaming up with them at some point for something. And then the question is it going to be Roman Reigns or is it going to be Tamatanga? It makes more sense for Tamatanga to team up with his brothers, Tangaloa and Talatanga. But then that leaves one more. You could argue it's going to be Sami Zayn. You could also say maybe it's going to be Zilla Fatu or another one of the Samoans that are not in WWE. Who the hell knows, really? Tonight on SmackDown, it has been announced that the Street Profits will have to go once again up against the Wyatt Six and defend their tag team titles. Now, last time, everybody got involved, trying to make sure the Wyatt Six lost. However, that caused a no contest for the match. So now everyone's probably going to be warned, stay away from ringside. We're also going to see Jelly Roll on SmackDown tonight because it has been rumored that he has been training to be a pro wrestler, or at least to do some pro wrestling. Because he wants to have he wants to do some pro wrestling stuff, like part-time stuff, like maybe he'll show up once in a while, but not like have an official contract. Maybe probably a by date sort of agreement. And so if they don't pay him to show up, or if he doesn't want to get involved in something, he doesn't. If he wants to show up, be a fan, be a fan. But that should be good. We're finally getting Ron Killings to battle Aleister Black. However, there was another announcement I saw. I believe it was on X. If I remember correctly, the announcement was a fatal 4-way match between I'm trying to think of the names. Here it is. I found it. It is going to be a fatal 4-way match for bragging rights, momentum. Yeah, momentum. We'll go with momentum. For momentum, for the fatal 4-way women's tag team title match, it will be Roxanne Perez representing the Judgment Day, going up against Alexa Bliss, going up against Kairi Sane representing the Kabuki Warriors, meaning, yes, if you missed Raw, Kairi Sane and Asuka are back as a tag team. Maybe it's one night only. We will find out. Now, but Kairi Sane will be in this match, and then the final woman that is going to be in this fatal 4-way, it is the one and only Soul Snatcher herself, the NXT Women's North American Champion, Soul Ruka. And dude, this is freaking fantastic that they picked Soul Ruka. Zarya's great, but she's still very young and early in the business. She's doing well, but Soul Ruka is absolutely been she's just been taking NXT by storm ever since she showed up, getting better each and every year, and she is absolutely the best she's been ever in NXT. She's got a giant wave of momentum behind her, as well as being in a tag team with Zarya, which is helping her out, making her look good. But all 4 of these women, Roxanne, Soul Ruka, Kairi Sane, and Alexa Bliss, they'll be going at it tonight in a fatal 4-way match. And what the hell is this? Promotional graphic for no, this. What? I don't know what that. Stop making fake stuff online, dude. I don't know who you are. The final boss return. What? Dwayne Johnson, his X account, his official X account, blue checkmark and all, bold and disruptive, unpredictable and dangerous. The final boss returns live on SmackDown. Oh wait, no, that's what the hell? Why are you showing me? Why are you showing me something from February 20th? Get your crap together, dude. Okay, get your crap together. Stop trying to make me look stupid. All right. Anyways, now that we are covered SmackDown, what else are we going to cover? We're going to cover the Great American Bash. We're going to cover Saturday night's main event, and we're going to cover Evolution. Now, first on the card, we have got Evolution will be the first show of the weekend because it will be taking place. It's 3 p.m. in the afternoon in Atlanta, just like Friday, just like SmackDown tonight is in Atlanta. The Saturday night's main event is in Atlanta, and Evolution is in Atlanta. We've actually got a buddy of IYH, the Lou. He's not. I don't think he's going tonight to SmackDown, but he is going to the Great American Bash. I got it right in front of me. I mean, he is going to Saturday night's main event, and he's going to Evolution. So he's gonna have a wild weekend, and he's hoping it's gonna be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, he has disclosed that from what he's seen, what reports mean that it does appear that ticket sales specifically for Evolution and Saturday night's main event are not doing well. They might be abysmal. I think he said one of the shows, it may have been, I can't remember which show, but he got nosebleed seats, and they moved him and his buddy from the nosebleed seats down to the floor. I don't know how close he's going to be. He said it's still pretty far. It's not like front row seats, but they were not going to be in the nosebleed seats anymore. They are shutting off the nosebleed seats. The that high up. It's like, wow. That is not good. Likely this is going to be the last all women's pay-per-view for quite some time. And I one thing I do think we need to address with that is it has nothing to do with sexism. It has nothing to do with um with someone thinking that the men are just better wrestlers. Like, the women's roster is absolutely 100% more talented than it's ever been. That is not up for a debate. That is not something that it can be argued against. The problem is, one, the booking. Yeah. Like, we're not, we can't look over the fact that the booking has been a problem for Evolution. It was bad because they were barely promoting it. They brought Nikki Bella in. They just made it very generic and did not add any real good substance, juicy meat to this PLE. Unfortunately, that's going to hurt it. What else is going to hurt it is, well, when you look at the numbers, women's events, and not just pro wrestling, but WNBA, women's, and all women's tennis, women's soccer, like all these women's sports, they don't do as well as their male counterparts, or it's usually. Um, and and then you'll see people complain online. It's like, hey, look, I think women should be paid fair, but at the same time, it's like, fair is paid for what the show is worth, for what your talent is worth, not paid just because you're in a sport that the men have their own league and you should be okay. Like, boxers get paid, boxers and MMA fighters, they get paid for winning or losing. They get paid on, and they get better matches, they get title fights based on how much money could they rake in if they are given this fight. Like, we hate Logan, we hate Jake Paul. Everyone hates Jake Paul. The guy makes all the money he can because people will pay to see him beaten up. If you can give us somebody that we absolutely want to see get beaten up, do it. Do it. Okay, but it's a numbers game. That's all it is. And look, I don't want the women to not have their own PLE. I think that's a great idea, but WWE need this just comes down to booking. It comes down to the fact that WWE have thrown so much together in such a short amount of time that Evolution was the one that was going to get the short end of the stick. Like, Evolution, hopefully, I believe it's still going to be a great card. Unfortunately, it's just not going to look like a success, unfortunately, and that sucks. But you know what? The best you can do is enjoy the show. Oh, and be grateful that they were at least given the PLE this year. Here, again, it's unfortunate that it looks like it's not going to do well. Well, financially, as far as ticket sales, they'll probably get a lot of views, but on Peacock. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how the show actually goes. But just try and enjoy the show. Okay, that's all I can tell you guys. Enjoy the show. Oh, and just forget what everybody else says. Just enjoy it, okay? Because you gotta financially support these organizations if you want them to do well. Well, and I get it. Some people the economy feels great. Other people, the economy doesn't feel so great. For me, for me, economy doesn't feel great. But at the same time, I can be the splurging. I like to spend my money a little too much. I think that's a problem more than a few people have. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Let's move on to the Great American Bash, which should again be a great show. We are going to have the NXT champion Oba Femi defending his title against Yoshikiki Yoshiki Inamura. Yoshiki Inamura. Great. Should be a good match. Oba is probably still going to come out on top and show the world why he's still the ruler of NXT. We're gonna have a a tag team match. That's what I'm looking at. It's a tag team match. And Jordan Grace will be teaming up with Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May of AEW, to take on Fatal Influence. Likely going to be Fallon. Looks like it's going to be Fallon Henley and JC Jane. Ethan Page will defend his NXT North American Championship against Ricky Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match. For the women's tag team match, I feel like Fatal Influence wins here. Just try and make it like Jordan Grace is going to be competing against JC Jane at Evolution for the NXT Women's title. But here, I think Jordan needs to lose just to make it sink into people's mind that, oh, Jordan might lose. And not because she's not better than JC Jane, but because JC Jane's got the numbers. She's got Fallon Henley and Jackson Nix. Or Jasmine Nix. She's got two allies. Jordan Grace seems to only have one right now. Now that's definitely going to play a big part in what happens at Evolution. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, like, damn. I don't know who this match. I don't know who to go with. Ricky Saints is, and both of these guys have been doing incredible work since coming to NXT. These guys have been truly fantastic, amazing, best work of their career so far. I am going to guess that Ethan Page finds a way to retain. That's what I'm guessing. But I'm not going to be mad if Ricky Saints regains the NXT North American Championship. Bring it on. Sol Ruka will be defending her NXT Women's North American Championship against Izzy Dame of the Culling. Now, this is definitely going to be interesting because from what I've seen, they seem to be pushing Izzy Dame a little bit more than usual. More than they have in the past. So it could be. Actually, I also forgot. Izzy Dame has now also obtained an ally in Tatum Paxley. So this is going to be very interesting. With that in mind, I'm going to say Izzy Dame picks up the NXT Women's North American Championship. I mean, Zarya is definitely going to come down and help Sol Ruka if need be. But I think Tatum Paxley is going to find a way to screw Sol Ruka and to thwart Zarya's attempt to help Sol retain her title. And then what the hell? Okay. I actually don't know what's because I'm seeing two different world title matches from NXT that are potentially main events. It's either gonna be the NXT Championship. Actually, no. This one might open the show. Oba Femi versus Oba versus Inamura. That one might open the show because the main event might actually be. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I thought my bad. I gotta read more. What we're having is a segment on the Great American Bash called the TNA World Championship contract signing for a triple threat match where TNA World Champion Trick Williams of NXT will be taking on TNA's Joe Hendry and TNA's Mike Santana. Now, I don't know when this. Now, I imagine this match is going to take place probably at Bound for Glory or whatever is their PLE they got coming up. but that should be an amazing match. Mike Santana has been a completely different beast since he and Ortiz broke up as a tag team. Joe Hendry has been on another level. Trick Williams is already on that level and is fighting to get to the next level. Well, we're also going to have Javon Evans take on Jasper Troy, the male winner of season 1 of WWE LFG. Yes, and who was seen recently demanding that he get a match against Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. Yep. However, Javon Evans isn't done with him yet. So now we've got these two going at it again at the Great American Bash. My guess is that Jasper Troy is going to win. Javon is young. He's been doing a lot of great things, but right now I don't think he needs to win a lot of big matches. But I think as long as he has big moments, he'll be fine. And that is the card for Great American Bash. Now tomorrow night at Saturday night's main event, we are going to have the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther take on Goldberg. We're going to have LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. We're going to have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. And United States Champion Solo Sikoa defends his title against Jimmy Uso. Now, let's get that match out of the way. Jimmy's not winning. Jimmy's not winning the title. It's Solo. Solo needs to hold this title for a while. It needs to be Jacob that beats him. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I said this earlier. Drew McIntyre needs to win here. He really needs a good definitive win, and we all know a loss can't hurt Randy. It can only help Drew. So, can't wait to see Drew beat Randy. LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. This is interesting because it does appear that we kind of have what we're looking at for War Games. It's going to be Team Seth Rollins versus Team whatever, LA Knight or CM Punk, whatever. So the question is definitely going to be like how do you keep this going? I think you can have Seth lose and it not mean anything. I think because what's going to be more is the beat down afterwards from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So I'll go with LA Knight. I'll take the chance of being wrong. And then our World Heavyweight Championship match. Come on, look, everybody has got ideas on how this is going to play out. I don't want to see the title on Goldberg. Gunther wins. Gunther absolutely wins this match. I will not hear anything else. Gunther wins. Hands down. Thank you for coming. And now, finally, our WWE Women's Evolution. Sorry. Just Evolution PLE. The All Women's PLE. We are going to have NXT Women's Champion JC Jane defend her title against Jordan Grace. Now, I think JC Jane. Does Jordan need to win? Because that is the question. Does Jordan Grace need to win here? I think no. I think if they were planning on having her win, I think they have officially changed those plans because it is not going to feel as big of a deal, given there is too much stories about how the ticket sales have been bad for Evolution, and so if they were planning on putting the title on Jordan Grace this weekend, they've changed those plans as of right now. They're not going to do that to Jordan. They're going to make sure that she has an amazing moment when she does finally win the NXT Championship or Women's Championship. Jade Cargill will go one-on-one with Naomi in a no-holds-barred match. Jade Cargill wins. I know what I said earlier. Jade Cargill's not ready for this, but this is a match where it's like it doesn't make sense for Naomi to win. When Jade needs to look tough, especially since she's already guaranteed to have a match against Tiffany Stratton or whoever is the women's champion. It's not going to be Trish Stratus. It's going to be Tiffany Stratton. She's already got a match at SummerSlam against Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title. So Jade needs to look as badass and as tough as ever, especially since her Night Champions match did not end well. There's gonna be a battle royal for a women's title match. We already know Nikki Bella's in it. Ivy Niles in it, and a whole bunch of other women are in it. I don't remember all the names, and I don't think they ever actually said how many women are actually in this. There, Saraya from AEW, formerly known as Paige, is not under contract. She is free and clear to wrestle whenever and wherever she wants. Recently on the Chris Van Vliet podcast that was released Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was Wednesday. No, you know what? I think it was yesterday. I think that episode was released yesterday, Thursday. She said that she hasn't been in a ring in a while. Now that could be true. That also might be a lie. People are saying Paige is going to show up. Paige is going to show up. Paige is going to return to WWE. Look, we don't know. Okay, we have no idea. You know, okay, it's like everyone's like, "Oh, look at these clues, these clues." Like, dude, what if they're putting those clues this time? They are just putting those clues out there to mess with your head, and that's not happening here. They might do it here. They might not. They do have it in the plan. Did have it in the plan. Maybe they pull it. Maybe they don't. Maybe I don't know what they're planning. Okay, I don't know. I would not be surprised if Paige did show up here because if they can get that rumor stirring enough, then maybe just maybe they can salvage the PLE. The Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match. You have Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez taking on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, and Zaruka, Sol Ruka, and Zarya. Oh, man. I really want Zarya to win. Or Zaruka to win. But I think the right winners here are Raquel and Roxanne. I think that builds more stories. I think that potentially, I think if you can, does Oscar who eats the pin? It might be Sol Ruka or Zarya that eat the pin. It might be Zarya that eats it. No, actually, not her. I don't know. Somebody's eating the pin. We know that. I have no idea who the hell is going to eat the pin in this Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match. I've got no idea. No clue at all. I'm just certain that Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez are winning this title match and retaining the tag team titles. Tiffany Stratton defends her women's title against Trish Stratus. Tiffany wins. Trish is not going to be champion. No, okay. Because that does not do anything for Jay Cargill, doesn't do anything for Tiffany. That doesn't help anybody. That just adds another title to Trish Stratus's career. So what? If Tiffany wins, it legitimizes her as champion, helping make the match against her and Jay Cargill at SummerSlam look better. The women's Intercontinental title will be defended in a triple threat match where the champion Becky Lynch will take on Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I have not believed there was going to be a title change anywhere at any point on the show. I think if there is going to be a title change, it's probably going to be here, and it's going to be Lyra. I think Lyra, Bayley. I'm going with Bayley. Bayley wins. I think that drives more story than Becky winning. I think you can have Lyra win, and things still can get heated up from there. But I'm go with Bayley. I think Bayley heats things up a little bit more. or if she wins. And finally, what we believe to be our main event match, it will be Io Sky defending her Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley. And I've kind of been talked into this, and I think this is the only guaranteed title change. I think this is guaranteed Rhea Ripley is winning because, quite frankly, she is the most over woman in WWE today and one of the most over women in WWE history. I think I do think she is right now she is the female equivalent of Cody Rhodes, but at the same time, it's like fans will want to see her. Fans want to meet her at the meet and greets. They want to buy her merch. They want to see her on TV. They want to see her everywhere. So I I don't like it though. I'm not gonna be mad if Io Sky retains. If Io Sky retains, I don't think that hurts Rhea. Anyone out there that does think it's hurts Rhea, I think you're out of your damn mind. It doesn't. It does not hurt Rhea at all. So that'll do it for this episode of Grun's Dream Smackdown Preview Review Show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to tune in all IYH in your house wrestling podcast content. We are here Mondays. We are here Tuesdays. Sometimes Wednesdays, and that's the Raw Deal House with House and O'Neal. Their schedules sometimes they don't match up. So sometimes they're on Tuesdays, sometimes they're on Wednesdays, but always follow because then you can always listen to every episode you miss. It's tuned into ECW watch alongs with the voice Joshua Joseph and Alec on the Concept House. Tune in to the Sunday House Party where you never know who's going to show up. Well, take care, guys. I will see you next time. Enjoy the WWE weekend. Enjoy all the wrestling. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Have a great one.